What's up, guys? Vaping Mr. J here.
And I'm Moto.
I went to the vape shop today. We'll get to that here in a little bit. Because I do want to do a review of the Dead Rabbit RTA as well as the coils I've been using with the Dead Rabbit RTA. So we're gonna go ahead and start off with the Dead Rabbit RTA. So first off, like any Dead Rabbit or Drop Dead product, like it's super easy to build on. So for a beginner, I think this RTA will work really, really well. It's easy to build, easy to wick. There's not too much you can fuck up on it. Not to mention top airflow, it doesn't leak, which is also good. Um, uh, Screwing it back together is a little bit of a pain in the ass. You kind
It
of have to put
is.
a little force on it and line those two little notches up with the base of the RTA. So just keep that in mind. Now, when it comes to wicking any RTA, you do want to kind of fluff out your cotton leads. That way you can wick efficiently. And that's what I did and I'm still on the same cotton, even with the Super Claptons. Okay, not bad. So, hey, what do I think of it? Well, I think it's actually a really good RTA. Now, if you can find it cheaper than $45, I'd say pick it up. If you can also find the Coil Art Super Claptons, pick those up as well, because you can actually run 6 volts through those coils, dual coil. So,
Dude, it's pretty good. This is
dense
my
vapor, a little bit of a hot build. You also, when it comes to hot builds that hit hard, you do want to cut your nicotine in half. Um, Personally, me, let's see which one is it. It's Blue Dazzle. Let's see. Okay, so it's Blue Dazzle. I've been running 2 setups. Now I'm running 3 setups. All right, so Blue Dazzle. This is 6 nic. I wouldn't recommend that at 6 volts on a 0.38 ohm build, but I'm stupid.
that's my build.
Yeah, point what 0.25 at four what? How many volts?
4.6.
4.6 volts. Yeah,
Put your
I've
feet up.
definitely been getting into a lot higher resistance vaping and vaping at higher voltages, like 5 to 6 volts. We're actually 5 to about 6.1, 6.2 volts, give or take. So yeah,
I will say this
but the
because
Dead Rabbit RTA, other than like the bottom or the deck issue with screwing it in, like it's overall it's a good product. You just gotta fiddle with it and get the threads to catch. Now, one thing I do want to put out here, and me and Motor got to talking about this the other day. It's because I've seen a lot of people who have stripped threads on atomizers, their mods,
I've done it.
and the easiest way to actually prevent that is before you actually go righty tighty, back it a little bit so where it catches evenly, and then screw it down. That's what I've always done, and I never had an issue with that. And that goes with putting a tank back together, screwing a coil head in, um, or even putting screws into an atomizer. Just always back thread it or backtrack before you actually like try to screw it in.
I'm gonna have to watch this one
Yeah.
because that's the one I dropped that one night at my friend's house. Couldn't find it. Came back. It was in the dirt, kind of pressed in the dirt, and I saw it. It's like I haven't used it since. I've been using this one. The good thing about the RTA, most RDAs are for cloud chasing. This puts out good clouds.
I wouldn't say this is really cloud chasing. It has restricted airflow.
It does, but I'm surprised at the clouds that you get off of it.
Yeah. Mine's probably a little bit hotter than what his is because of the build I'm using. So he can take longer hits. Mine is just it's super super warm, but it's flavorful.
I
This is
have
what
a
I like
good.
about Clapton style builds, whether it be regular fused Claptons, super Claptons, Clapton, or triple Claptons, tricore Claptons, which is also triple Clapton. I don't know why fucking Coil Master named it fucking triple Clapton, but whatever. We're not even we're not even going to get into that. Um, All right, so rating the RDA or RDA RTA. With the whole thing with the base section or when you screw the base into the actual top portion of the RTA, that's going to knock the rating down to about a 5.5. If it wasn't so hard to screw in, it would probably get a 6 to 6.5. But yeah, just be careful with it. Don't cross thread it.
Which
Cross thread it,
which
you're fucked. All right, so 5.5 even. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about these coils. Now these are coil coils. These are super Claptons, so 0.7 ohm for a single coil, or in this case, around zero point 0.3 to 0.38, depending on the mod. But these have excellent flavor, and they can take a lot of power. There's a lot of middle mass there. It uses Canthol, I believe. So Canthol can take a decent amount of power. Um, yeah, definitely good. If you can find these, I'd definitely recommend them if you don't know how to build. They're just overall good coils. The wire is soft enough that even though it's kind of a not really a beefy coil, but because it has the Clapton and then the ribbon wire that's wrapped outside of the Clapton, there's a lot of metal there, but it's super easy to cut with wire cutters or clippers, whatever you want to call them. So I'm gonna give those a 7.5, just because you get a lot of them in there, and if you can find them for about $5 to $10, I would recommend it if you don't know how to build. I would always recommend somebody who wants to get into rebuildables to use pre-mades first, and then ease your way into actually building coils. Because when it comes to building coils, if you don't know exactly what you're doing, you will end up using more wire than necessary. So yeah, you just have to kind of practice with it, and get good at it. I do freehand wraps when I'm making coils. I freehand it now because, well, my coil jig, the piece that holds the little rod in, stripped out, which it was fucked when I got it. Whatever. All right, so go ahead, give the coils 7.5. All right, now to the meat and potatoes of the video. Now, I was gonna get this. I wanted to get this last week, but I ended up getting the Dead Rabbit RTA. I would have just stayed with this, but I originally wanted to go there for the Dead Rabbit RTA. But after I seen this, by looking at the box when I got out, um, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to get this next week or next Friday, and that is the Dead Rabbit version 2. Fucking gorgeous ass RDA. Look at that color.
RDA version 10. I need to get
Alright,
that.
so we're gonna go ahead, go through what comes in the box. We're gonna set this off to the side over here. Move far away from the edge so it doesn't fall off because that paint is pretty. Alright. So in this little box you're going to get, let's see if I can open it up. Yeah, let me try the other side. Alright, there we go. So what you're going to get in the box is some tools, a flathead, and 2 Allen keys. Then in this bag you get a squonk pin, extra post screws, a 510 drip tip adapter, and an 810 clear drip tip, and extra O-rings. And that's it for that. Let me go ahead and put this back in here. Alright. Go ahead and put that off to the side. Now, another thing you get in here, and this is what I love about Vape products. I don't know if all of them come with it, but you do get this nice little Dead Rabbit sticker. And this one's actually bigger compared to the ones that came with the Drop Dead, as well as the Dead Rabbit RTA. And I think the Dead Rabbit original, I think it came with a sticker too, but I could be wrong. Um, but you get a nice little sticker, and this is actually going to go on my grandmother's truck on the back glass. So it's gonna be really nice, really nice.
I think I already put mine on my Dead Rabbit RTA sticker on my laptop. Which I got to thinking maybe I could put some of my stickers on my PS4. I don't know.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and take that out, or put this back in. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and grab the Dead Rabbit version 2. And this is what I mean. You kind of like backtrack it like that, then you screw it down. Alright, we're going to open this up. And wide open. Alright, so the build I have in here is the Coil Art Super Claptons. 0.35 at 120 watts on a 0.35. Oh, I should tell you the juice I'm using because I got some more juice. This one, not this one. Where did juice go? That's Ruby Red Ice. Oh, here it is. Alright, so the juice. This is Humble Crumble. Now, this is a blueberry, graham cracker, and cinnamon e-juice. Flavor profile of it, well, we'll get into that here in a second. Well, let's go ahead and show you the vapor production real quick with this juice and this build. Not bad. I'll give the vapor production about a 7 out of 10 because that's like some dense ass shit. Now, you want to go into cloud production on vaping devices. Now, the thing that can make or break your clouds and the density of them is airflow. And well, too much airflow, you have thinner clouds. Too little airflow, you have thin clouds. With these RDAs, like, unless they're like super airy, like the Temple 30 mil or even the Buddha Mini. Typically RDAs like the Dead Rabbits and stuff like that will typically have the right amount of airflow for thick clouds. Case in point, this is an RDA, but I'll use this as an example. So as you can see, now batteries in here need to be changed. I gotta put a new set in because I've been vaping on this all day since I woke up. But with the little RDAs like the Dead Rabbits, the airflow is just right, and if you run enough power, you can actually overcome the airflow and make your vapor thick again. But you don't want to run it too high and risk burning your throat, because coils can only handle so much. And if you run too high of wattage or too high of a voltage, you can end up either burning your cotton, getting a massive dry hit, or even a burnt hit. And sometimes vapor will just be way too hot for you to handle. So, but all right. So the flavor of the juice. So Humble Crumble. To me, it tastes like a blueberry pie. I think it's blueberry. Yeah, blueberry pie. And with a graham cracker crust with cinnamon sprinkled on top of it. That's what it reminds me of. It is super, super delicious. I think I paid like $17 for a 120, so honestly not bad at all. Well, it came to 19 something. But definitely a really good juice. I would recommend checking it out. Humble Juice Co. is a really good company to buy juice from. They're well recognized. A lot of people that I know, they use Humble as well whenever they can. And juice is relatively cheap for the most part. You can probably find it cheaper in stores than what you can online, because I looked at their website and it was like $26 a bottle. But definitely good juice. I've been a fan of the Humble line, from Ruby Red Ice, Berry Blodo, and Blue Dazzle. So definitely good juices to check out. And just rocking around the Wismec Tinker, the original. I honestly forgot how good this mod is. Definitely a good little mod. Triple 18, 650, 300 watt output. I think it's 300 watts. Let me see. Okay, what this. Alright, so the thing about Rouleau products, and I learned this with my RX23, is it had a 200 watt output, but if you have a certain build on there reading a certain resistance, it'll only give you like a certain amount of wattage output, a max wattage output. But like if you have like a certain build that can handle the amount of power, it'll let you go up to the full 300 watts. And then, as you guys know, they came out with the Tinker 2, which I absolutely love. It's a durable little mod. I've dropped it multiple times. It can definitely handle up to the test. It is not water resistant, which isn't too bad. I mean, I how often am I going to? Actually, no, it is water resistant. That's right. I thought it wasn't water resistant. No, it is water resistant. It's water and dust resistant, as well as somewhat impact resistant. Not much though. Um, but I think that's pretty much it. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like down below. Don't forget to comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell to be alerted when we upload new videos. Anyways, I am Faithful Mr. J.
And I'm
We're signing out.